It is Saturday.
Student loan forgiveness. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How's the weather there?
It's actually nice here.
It's really nice here. It rained though. It's kind of it's raining, so it's like an overcast, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad.
Oh, you guys, I've heard that Jackson, not Jackson, but somewhere down there in Mississippi, it's some stuff going on.
Yeah,
Like,
I actually made a video. I posted it on my Facebook and Instagram story. So I have relatives here from Mississippi, and we're gonna get water, and they're gonna take it back because they luckily have an SUV, so they're gonna take back some water. And I'm gonna put up a link probably today for folks to donate, so that we can get them some help down there because it's a shame. It's sad. People are literally like they don't have good, clean drinking water. Some people don't
yeah,
have access to water.
that's what I
Yeah,
was saying.
yeah. So I'll be going. I'll probably go live and talk about that later today.
Okay, okay. Yeah, we'll definitely have some things. So, hello, hello. We are just waiting on many of you to come in the room this Saturday morning. We have some information for you. Um, And so we are going to be getting started in about another minute or so. Let us know where you're chiming in from, what city and state you're from. We both are professionals in two different states, so we like to kind of see where we're reaching. And we'll just go ahead and introduce ourselves while we're waiting to go ahead and get started. So welcome this morning. My name is Patrice Stewart. I am the realist tax and business strategist that you will ever meet. I have over 18 years in the accounting, banking, tax, and finance industries. And I also own a company, Tax Credit Academy, where we prepare personal, corporate, LLC, not for profit taxes, as well as business consulting, right? And then here you see TheLAB, right? This is our group monthly group coaching mentoring program that we have where we are actually going over things about being a business owner. TheLAB is life and business with Patrice. So a lot here on my channel, we talk about life, finances, money, at times relationships, right? But as a business owner, we also have a life outside of our business. And so on this channel, we talk about an array of topics, but most of the time we're talking about financial topics for you all. And my beautiful, lovely co-host here, Michelle Vanison, who is also one of our coaches in the lab group coaching membership. And so, Shayla, I will go ahead and give the mic over to you.
Hey, happy Saturday, everybody. My name is Michelle Benson, owner of Premier Tax and Financial Solutions here in Atlanta, Georgia. I have over 12 years experience in the tax and accounting industry. I service all types of individuals, small business owners, corporations, and I'm so excited to talk about student loan forgiveness with you guys today. So whenever you're ready, Patrice. I know there was some confusion after we went on the very first time that we started talking about student loan forgiveness. There was some comments, and then I had started seeing online where there were people just upset about this. I don't know if you saw anything like that, where there were just some people who were, making so. My
Yeah.
thoughts on that is, if you paid, you can, get a refund. So, after the live today, you should do the research as well as finding out what school is on that list. And look at it as a way for you to, everything doesn't apply for everybody, but this is going to help millions of people, Patrice, and I'm excited about it. I really am. I mean, debt coming off of anybody, is always a good thing.
Exactly. Exactly. And I have seen that argument, too, online with people who are upset about, those who paid. like you said, and some. But honestly, I would not have an issue with helping the American people out of debt, regardless if you were responsible and had the money to pay your student loan off, great, right? But there were a lot of people who were under predatory lending. I believe I was a part of that time frame because I went to school in that time where they were really, really promoting certain schools and education, and it was really all a setup, right? So, whatever people feel, but I just think about it like this: at the end of the day, we send billions of dollars over to other countries. Right now, we're talking about a second round of funding for Ukraine. They're not the only country that we've sent billions of dollars to. So if the government is going to be spending American payers tax dollars on sending money overseas to several countries, they've done this year after year after year. There is nothing wrong with helping the American people who built this country and are paying taxes in this country out of debt, right? So maybe we'll go over this a little more. I don't know if I wrote that note down, but they can get a refund up to a certain dollar amount. You get what I'm saying? So, like, I think we'll go into that. I'll maybe look at that while we're on. But I know that they can go back maybe like 1 or 2 years, but I will get the exact time frame for you guys before we get off the live. But there is a time frame that if you paid your loans, that they will give you a refund back. I know it's not if you paid your loan 5 years ago, you're gonna get 5 years worth of refunds. But I want to say it's about a year or two, maybe before like March 2020 or something like that.
Yep, exactly. So basically, it's during that pandemic pause, the borrowers, they weren't required to make those payments. But if they did make payments during that time, and that date is March 13th, 2020, what they can do is contact their loan servicer to request a refund. So they can request a refund, but that date is they had to make payments since March 13th of 2020. So you're right. They can't go back 5 years. I mean, if you paid it, you just paid it.
Right. You just paid it. I mean, you a responsible person that paid your bills. Some people are in deferment. Some people have been paying and still owe. Like me, I have been paying for 10 years and my balance has not really changed. So that doesn't make any sense. So you get what I'm saying? So it's a lot of moving parts to it. And I just think a lot of people that jump online and run their mouth online, as you know, as I like to call online people, we got a lot of internet keyboard woofers out here, as I like to call them, right? But majority of the people that you see who do that, they're fake pages. They're trying to ram you guys up. At the end of the day, do not be online arguing with people, getting your stress up, okay? about student loan debt, because it's gonna happen regardless, right? Right, whether you have a feeling about it or not. So move along and go enjoy your day. Go breathe, meditate, and get you some positive energy in your space instead of arguing with people online. All right, we got big and better things to do, money to make. Let's roll. So
Let's roll. Let's roll. That's what I'm talking about. The most important thing is just to contact your loan servicer and just find out.
exactly,
That's all you got to do.
And so I think, Shayla, did you have any specifics that you wanted to go over before we get into the other loan topic? Because it is it's two different things going on with student loan forgiveness right now, and I think everybody's kind of stuck on this one that is kind of on the media, and a lot of people are forgetting about the second part that we're going to go over now. So, did you have anything that you wanted to go over?
No, not at the moment. We'll just kind of go over after, just go over those dates, those key dates that they just need to be aware about when the actual, because I've been getting some questions about when can they start applying. So we'll just go over those dates, after we finish talking about the other portion of it.
Okay. Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and throw this up there. All right. Okay, so many of you may or may not be familiar with this website, right? And pretty much it's on, you can find this information online, right? But those of you all, did you know that there was an actual list out that you can look at and see what schools? So, okay, so there's a second part to this whole student loan forgiveness, okay? Outside of what we're talking about with the Pell Grant up to 10, with no Pell Grant up to 10,000, but with a Pell Grant up to 20,000, right? That's the newest information that you guys have been getting regarding student loan. But there's another part to student loan that a lot of people are not talking about, which is what we really want to stress today, right? As we said, a lot of these student loans, especially in African American communities, we were really pushed on some of these schools, right? And so we're going to give you a breakdown of some of the schools, right? But we actually have a list where you can actually text us the list, and I'm gonna text us this key code, and we'll give you the list of all the schools and their DBA name, right? Because some schools are listed under their corporate name, and then you may or may not know that that school was associated with this, right? So the list that we have has the corporate name as well as the DBA name. So a couple of the schools that let me pull the list back up. Hold on, y'all.
I got it right here if you need me to.
Yeah.
Yep. So I know a lot of you guys have heard of Capella Education Company. They're a DBA of Capella University. You have Bridgepoint Education. Some of you guys may have heard of Ashford University, Le Cordon Bleu. Le Cordon Bleu, there's a corporation called Career Education Corporation. Patrice, I'm looking at the list. There are over
like 8 or 10.
Over 30, probably 20 to 30 as I'm looking, of schools that are just under this corporation. Brown College being one, Le Cordon Bleu being another one, Sanford Brown Institute, Sanford Brown College, Texas Culinary. Looks like this one was a lot of dealing with culinary. They've got Allentown Business. You've got Corinthian colleges. I mentioned that I attended a Corinthian college where I went to Everest, where, it was that commercial, you're sitting on the couch, you ain't got nothing to do,
Yep.
what you going to do? Come and get your education. And that was psychology for us guys, because they, but what those schools were doing, where they were like, particularly in the Black and brown communities, they were overcharging you your tuition and different other types. So this is a huge list. DeVry, I would say DeVry is on there.
DeVry was on there. How many of y'all went to DeVry? Okay.
Yep, I know y'all know about DeVry. Because their marketing game was pretty hefty on the TV. You got Walden University. Let's see another one that people may be familiar with. Virginia College. There are several on here. ITT Technical Institute. Do you remember that one? That one was the technical, is ITT Educational Services, where they were pushing you to go and, get your IT, your background in IT. So that one, Gwinnett College, a lot of schools are on here, guys. So we're going to have that list available. Yeah.
Right. I just put it up under you, Shayla, when you were
okay. Cool.
So we just put the link up, the text code. So we have the list in detail. The list, the way it's on the state site, it doesn't list the what is it, the DBA names, right? So you may or may not know that your school is on there if you don't know the DBA name. The list that we have, it has the corporate name as well as the DBA name. DBA is doing business as name. So if you guys are not familiar, like Shayla said, when she went to what was it, Cambridge?
Everest Institute, Corinthians College. Yeah.
Right. So it says Corinthians College as the corporate name.
Yep.
And then, okay, right. So you may not know Corinthians College, right? Because you didn't go to Corinthians College. You went to Cambridge. What is it? Cambridge University.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go onto the website and you look up that up and you see Corinthians, you're not going to think that Cambridge is on there. So what you want to do is you want to be able to know the DBA names as well. So we have a list. If you text student to 312-680-5468, it will automatically send you the list. And then that way you can see exactly what schools are on there. She just went over a very small handful. There's a long list of schools in alphabetical order from A through Z. that are on that list. Like she stated, DeVry was on there. Who else went to Keller? Excuse me. Keller Graduate was another one that was affiliated with DeVry, right? But it doesn't say Keller and it doesn't say DeVry and Keller. It has the corporate name.
Correct.
So you guys, some of you guys, when you go on there, you may be thinking that your school isn't there, but it's definitely there, right? Well, not, I don't want to say it's definitely there, but it could possibly be there. Now, what is the benefit of knowing this list and getting access to this list? If you ended up attending one of these colleges, because this is the difference, any school that is on this list, you can fill out an application to have your entire loan forgiven. Not a portion, not 10,000, not 20,000, your entire loan forgiven. Now, one of the stipulations is that it did have to be for undergrad, right, Michaela? I think is what the stipulation was.
Yes.
So it did have to be for undergrad, but I still would apply for that crap anyway if you did do a year in graduate or whatever. But
yeah, particularly if you know you went to one of those schools that's on the list.
Right.
I would definitely do it.
Schools that's on the list, your entire debt could be wiped out. So let's just say DeVry. If you went to DeVry and DeVry billed you $40,000, you can get that entire $40,000 wiped out. So this is very important that a lot of people are not talking about. I know everybody is stuck on that Pell Grant, and like I said, all of the news that's happening with the recent information that's come out from Biden's student loan plan. But also, this is also in that program as well that a lot of people are not talking about. You have to text the list, baby. I'm not going down the list anymore. Any of you guys that are on TikTok, if you are here watching, I need you guys to be double tapping that screen. We're on here providing valuable information on this channel. So you guys can definitely start double tapping that screen because we are actually on YouTube. So I'm giving you all the grace of being on here. So if you would respectfully go ahead and start showing some love with this information on TikTok, that would be greatly appreciated. But as you guys are on here, you guys definitely need to be double tapping and sharing this live right now as we're going over this information. So we're not going to go over every school. Y'all don't have to ask in the comments, what about this school? What about that school? Literally, if you text student to the number that's on the screen right here in your face, then you can get the entire list, okay? It's too many schools for us to go on there and to go down every single one. We just went over many of them with you guys, but that's it. You still got to do some leg work. So we did all the work. All you have to do is text student to 312-680-5468, and you will get the full and complete list. That's it. We're not asking you to pay for nothing. It's not no download. It's not no $5, none of that, all right? We did the work. We put it up there for you. All you got to do is text student to 312-680-5468, and you can get the complete list.
Patrice, I do see an update here. It looks like they updated this just a couple of weeks ago about graduate students. So I just want to make sure for clarity. It does say current students and borrowers who have federally held undergraduate, graduate, and Parent Plus loans that were distributed on or before June 30th, 2022 are eligible for the relief. So,
baby, they upgraded that, baby.
So
they put on there as crossed out. At first, they said you can do it as a graduate. Come on here. Maybe so, that application right now.
Yeah. So, I want to just let y'all know some stuff that we say, just take it that when we're saying it, it's pretty much like at that time that we may have researched it, but different things come out at different times. So make sure, that you do, your own research. But this is new. I just actually went and typed in to see what I could find. So yeah, graduates as well. That's good because graduate students, to me, they're the ones who owe a lot. They owe a lot. So that little bit of relief for them, that can make a whole difference in what they have going on. And And debt, I mean, it can just be, something that can be over your head. So I like the fact that they included graduate students, because I do have some clients that they're in that graduate stage, Patrice, and they're so like just burdened with debt, student loan debt.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We did, and because again, Keller Graduate was one of those schools that were really promoting. Come on, because I went for almost two semesters. I think. I mean, I went a year to Keller Graduate. But that's what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? Because all of these companies and schools were promoting. Okay, now you got this. Now come and get your your master's degree and all of this stuff, and get this right. It was a lot
Yeah.
going on back then with that whole promoting the student loan, which is why I always share on my channel. The American dream that they sold is a lie. It's not what they told us, right? So that was the gimmick. Oh, go to school, get all this debt, and you're going to find this wonderful job that you're going to be able to pay all of this money and debt back. Be able to pay all this stuff back with, and then
Yeah.
when you get out here, they're offering you $40,000 a year jobs after you
Yeah.
spent six
Yeah.
figures on your, what I'm saying, after you spend six figures on your college education. And then let's just keep it real. African American people are definitely not given the same equality when it comes to
Yes.
salary in corporate America, right?
Absolutely.
So, I know some people that say they've been working on their job 10 years and they still making 40 or 50K,
Yeah.
where you got other races who are
Excelling. Yep.
right, who are less experienced and making way more money, way more. All
Yeah.
right, and these are facts. If we want to go into that, I can get some statistical facts, but these are facts. All right, especially being in the financial industry and seeing people's salaries. You see what Becky do, and Becky get an $80,000 a year salary, and you see what Tanisha do, and Tanisha at 35,000 or 40,000. Like, baby,
Yeah.
it's real out here. So
Same skills, same everything. The only difference is the pay.
because a lot of
Yeah.
times Tanisha is training Becky. Okay, let's
Exactly.
be real.
Exactly. Exactly. And that, to me, to be honest with you, that is really like why I'm so grateful that I can consider myself an entrepreneur, someone who, because to be honest with you, when you go that whole route, there's nothing wrong with that. So don't think that what I'm about to say, that I'm attacking anybody who decided to go to college, but it's a way to keep you as a worker, to keep you to not think outside of what the parameters are for go to college, because there are so many people who go to college, and like Patrice said, your student loan debt is more than what you're actually getting paid in an entire year. And so many people, they have to unfortunately get jobs outside of the degree that they work for, or some people say, you know what, it's time for me to work for myself. So um, yeah. So take this student loan forgiveness for what it is. If it applies to you, let it help you in the ways that it can help you, and let that just be that.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So if has anyone texted the list and had a problem with receiving the list? Because I only saw one person on my TikTok say that they doing TikTok. I'm not answering no questions on here for y'all because y'all are not doing what I told y'all to do. You only had one job, which is to double tap that screen, like and share this content. So I'm gonna act like y'all not even here. Like you're just a silent person in the room. You a fly on the wall for right
Yeah.
now. Okay. I will not be addressing any questions for you until you get your act together over there. Perfect. It works. Thank you. All right. So whoever on TikTok test the list, I'm gonna do you like that because I've already told y'all when I get on this channel, a lot of the stuff and information I'm giving y'all will get nowhere. Nobody is providing this kind of information that we get on here and give y'all weekly. So y'all not gonna play me like that. When y'all get y'all act together, then I'll come back and address y'all. Cool. All right. So let me just because I had one girl say something. So
Yeah, so what it helps, what you guys have to realize is when you show us the likes and the support, the love, the hearts, all of that, that helps the algorithms get this information out to you guys so that when we're going live, it really, really triggers. So it's very important to let us know that we're doing a great job. You're finding out the info, just throw some hearts. It's just free. We dropping free
Drop
gems.
some flyers in the chat right now if you got some information.
Yeah.
If you learned something new today, I know a lot of y'all did not know nothing about this list at all, that you can get your complete loan forgiven. Whoever is watching on YouTube and Facebook, we need you to at least like the comment, like the video. Again, when you guys are on these platforms and listening to professionals like us, we're here to help you. But it's also called reciprocate that. A lot of you guys take free information, and this is why a lot of people do not get on live with you guys and give you free content, because you do not value free. You do not value people's time. Both of us have businesses. Both of us are on here right now sharing our time and our value with you. So all you got to do is just do one thing. You got one job. That's it. Okay? So now, do you all have any questions at this point? Because we're not going to talk about student loan for the whole hour, right? We'll kind of go over some questions if you guys have any. Is there any other topic too that you wanted to bring up? Because the student loan list is pretty much done. If you text student to the 312-680-5468, you will get the entire complete list as to, so some of you may be tuning in. So we'll do a recap. So pretty much what we're speaking about today is there are two student loan programs that are kind of out here right now. All right. One program is, I'm sorry, y'all, I got to cut, this phone is ringing. It's Saturday morning.
Yes. There are no work days off for the entrepreneur.
TikTok. Let me refresh you guys and everybody else while you're on here. So I know a lot of you guys are just tuning in. When you're on here on this channel, start double tapping that screen, and then we are on here sharing information with you. Also, the number on the screen here, you see it says text student. It keeps pausing because my internet is going in and out. When you text student, we're going to send you the full list. So what is this list? The list is, a lot of you guys are not familiar with, you can have your entire student loan forgiven if you went to one of these schools that are on this list. All right. So one thing is the Biden program that everybody's been talking about on the news, right? Which is the Pell Grant. If you didn't get a Pell Grant, it's up to 10,000, right? If you got a Pell Grant, it's up to 20,000, right, Shayla?
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So that's one part, right? That's just one part to it. But the other part that nobody is talking about, Lord Jesus, and my assistant is off today, so my phone, I'm sorry, y'all, my phone keep going in and out. Let me cut it off so at least it won't ring on camera. What was I saying? Okay, so there's a whole nother other second part to this student loan that nobody is talking about, all right? And that is this part, which is there is a list of schools. That list probably has at least 75 schools, right, Shayla?
Yeah, it's got quite a bit. It's got quite a bit.
Okay.
Quite a bit.
It's a nice amount of schools from A to Z. So the list that we have is from A to Z. And if you guys text the text number, you know you still have to put a 1 in front of the number. All right. So just remember, I didn't put a 1 up there, but if you're texting the text number, you got to type in 1312. Remember that. All right. So when you get the list, you will go ahead and I'll just add it on here just in case, because thanks, Shayla, to some people. Mm-hmm. All right. So when you text student and to that number, then you will get the full list of all of the schools. Also, the list that we are giving you has the DBA name, right? So and this is the game that the America plays that a lot of you guys don't understand, right? This is the game of business. TikTok, I need you to get on it or I'm gonna cut you off.
TikTok, y'all better get right.
Cut you off because you don't have to be on here. Literally, I'm doing you a favor. So I need those of you all that are on here watching this content to double tap that screen. So one of the biggest thing that is not being talked about is this part. This can save you thousands of dollars, maybe some of y'all hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay. The other part to this student loan thing is there was a lot of predatory lending. All right. A lot of predatory lending. So again, when we talk about certain things on this platform and when we kind of are relating to you guys some of the conversations that we see online. We started off with we see a lot of these conversations online about people arguing about student loan debt, right? But at the end of the day, you don't know nobody else's situation, right? And again, as African American people, a lot of these schools were pushed in our neighborhoods, were pushed in our community, were pushed on our cable stations, in our zip codes, okay? So a lot of these student loans that people have gotten, they are not valid. All right. One, you did not get a lot of these schools closed. A lot of these schools were promoting that if you come here, you're going to get this great paying job and you're going to get this. And that's the thing. There's a lot of false advertisement on the TV period. You get what I'm saying? If you guys read into laws, which a lot of you don't, again, that's why you're on here watching, right? But if you read into laws and content, there are so many things that really are not supposed to be on cable TV because it's false advertisement. But because this is a corporation, right? And America is ran by corporations. A lot of these companies are not following the rules, and they're not following the rules because they know that you guys are ignorant to this kind of information. So, prime example, stuff like this. Back then, there were a lot of colleges promoting and outright saying, if you come to this school, you are going to get this job that's going to pay you whatever. You get what I'm saying? Some of the schools that we talked about was DeVry, Keller Graduate, what did you say? Keller University, Colorado University. It's a bunch of schools. That's why we created the list for you. Everest is on there. Yes, ma'am. Yep. Right? But this is the other thing. Some of these schools, when you go to the government website and look it up, all of the schools are not listed by their DBA name. A lot of the schools are listed by their corporate name. So again, what was Cambridge corporate name?
Corinthians. Let's see. I don't have it the list on me, but Cambridge. Let's see here.
Oh, you don't have it? Okay, I thought you had it.
You said Cambridge. I have it over here.
So TikTok, we're not going over every school breakdown. All you have to do is text right here. We created
a whole too many.
All you have to do is text student to 312-680-5468 if you want to take a screenshot of that. But if you text that number, we're going to send you the list. We're going to send you the complete list. You don't have to pay for nothing, none of that. All right? You will have the list so that way you can see, because this is what's not being talked about. This is the real money that they don't want you to get, right? This is the same. Let's just say that. Same way that I taught y'all about PPP, and all of y'all was on here worried about that little $20,000, and I was over here teaching the people in 2020 how to do EIDL to get that real money, while everybody was worried about that little 20,000 PPP money. We was over here getting business owners 200,000, 300,000. You get what I'm saying? But people weren't talking about that. Everybody was focused on that little money. So right now, all of y'all are talking about this zero, this up to 10,000, up to 20,000. But if you went to this school, if you went to a school that is on this list, you can get your entire, did you hear that? Your entire loan forgiven. If you owe Keller Graduate 50 grand, you can possibly get that whole 50 grand forgiven. Okay. Yeah. This is what nobody is talking about. This is the real money. I don't give a damn about that little Pell Grant money.
Yeah.
Because if I can go, if I went to one of these schools on this list and I can get my whole debt forgiven, Black people, do you know how that is going to change your life and your credit? We understand that, right? Which is another reason why the mortgage companies, I heard, I'm not sure we got to get a mortgage lender on here, but I've heard through the grapevine that even the mortgage companies have taken into consideration the student loan debt. You know, because some people have a lot of debt, which
Yes.
affects them with buying homes, with buying
Yes.
property, with getting
Yes.
certain things in order in their life.
Yeah.
So if you could have this student loan debt taken up off of you, especially if you did not get the degree, right? If you didn't finish the degree, then this will be a great benefit for you. And this is what a lot of people are not talking about. This right here with this list.
Guys, if y'all find the information helpful, what she just said, drop some fires in this chat.
Right now, we need to see some fires in the chat.
Cause she just got my whole little insides warm on it. Saying that, I'm sending you some virtual fires. TikTok, y'all better get it together over there. Nobody's giving this information out, guys. And that's why we're here, because we just want you to understand the facts. Because a lot of times what you're going to see in the news is half information. Okay? Half the information. Because they're not talking about this in all of its entirety. So we want you to be able to understand it for what this is, okay? A lot of times, like she said, they're going to push the 20K. They're going to push the 10K or whatever. But if you know that and look at it, the majority of schools that are on this list are considered technical colleges, right? Yes. So when you know you went to a technical college, you need to make sure you text this number, text student to 312-680-5468 to get this list, guys. We're not charging you for anything. It's free information. So I'm telling you, do not delay, because if you guys know, every time forgiveness or anything like that is offered, there's going to be a deadline for this. You know, we're not going to talk about the deadline, the date right now, but they're going to open it up sometime in October for it to start. But I can guarantee you that deadline is going to be quickly after that date. That's how they do it. So if you find this information to be helpful, put some likes, some hearts, some fires, whatever you want to do. And that helps us know that the information we're providing you is valuable to you.
Yep. And we decided to wait and come on today to try to get more of you on this morning before you start your Saturday morning. Shayla and I had a lot going on yesterday for Finance Friday, so we moved it to Spitting Facts Saturday. Okay.
Yes, I love that Spitting Facts Saturday. Don't y'all steal our shit now.
Look, so that's the day we're gonna have to start doing.
Huh?
You said that's the day we're gonna have to start doing. What you say?
Yeah, I said that's gonna be our title, Spin Fact Saturday. And I told them, don't y'all steal our shit now.
Look, I like that too. Spin Fact Saturday, baby. Let's roll.
Yeah. What y'all think about that on Saturdays?
Right. I used to say small business Saturdays, but but because we do work with the people, right? We don't only just work with business owners. That actually may be a good title for us.
Yes, I like that.
Spin Fact Saturdays.
Yes.
So those of you guys that are asking about the list, yes, you can get the list on the government website. Yes, you can. But what I stated was all of the schools that's listed on the government website, some of them are under the corporate name, right? So as we shared, when companies open up businesses in America, right? You guys may not know this because you're not a business owner. And this is again how a lot of the American people get, I don't want to say played, but I like I said, I'm the realest tax and business strategist you're going to ever meet. So I'm going to just say it. This is how a lot of the American people get played, because you don't know how the system works. If you really knew and understood how the system works in this country, then one, you wouldn't get upset about so much. You wouldn't be arguing with people on the internet and going back and forth, right? It's a lot of mask, smoke and mirrors. We're just going to say that.
Yeah.
But what companies do is companies set up under a corporate name, right? Mm-hmm. Just like she said, I forgot what you said Cambridge was. My short-term memory is horrible. Remember.
But let's just say it's a corporate, a name that you're familiar with. That may not even be the name that you see on the list. What she's saying, that the list that they have on the student aid, you may think that that's not even a part of your school, when in actuality it could be.
No, baby, we are not in the same spot at the same time. Shayla is in Georgia. I'm in Chicago. We have the same screen because we tech and we got it like that. No, we could not be sitting right next to each other in the same screen. The computer and the technology would be going crazy. You would
feedback.
Feedback, okay? So no, and why does it matter where we sitting at if we in the same room or not? Y'all be concerned and worried about the wrong thing. That's what I'm talking about. Like, why is that even a comment on here? What, are y'all in the same room or not? And we on here giving you information about student loans, baby. Stay focused, okay?
We in the lab. That's where we at. We in the lab.
In the lab. Exactly. We in the lab. Life and business with Patrice.
Yes, we're in the lab.
Stay focused. Stay focused, Jim Shoe. Stay focused.
Do we have any questions for anybody? Anybody had any questions?
Right. Do you guys have any questions at this particular time?
I see a few comments.
Yeah, you see how many schools is on that list. Yeah, you see that. That was schools you didn't even know. Felicia say, especially with how many schools. Yeah.
That's why I referenced the word technical. So if you know you went to a school and it was considered a technical school, you definitely need to be, you definitely need to text this just to see, hey, oh gosh, I may have went to that school. Let me see if that school is on that list. So if you went to a technical school, you definitely need this list. Definitely need it.
Yes, there is a deadline for the application.
Yes.
You went over that, Shayla. Can you say it one more time?
So they're going to open this up in October. I've read somewhere, don't hold me to this, but it's going to be, sorry.
The one for now, the one to get the student loan forgiven off of the list is open now.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
I'm talking about that one. Yeah, that's the one.
Yes.
That's what we're focusing on. We're not focusing on that Pell Grant shit.
Oh, no. Yeah. This is open now. Yeah.
So what's the so you private chat me that?
Okay.
We got a full link on there.
Okay, 1 second.
Because maybe I'll have Catherine add that to the list, to the text code.
Okay.
So the list is not by Georgia, it's not by state. It's in alphabetical order by the schools that are on the list. In order to get the list, all you have to do is text student. The number is right here, clear as day, in front of you guys. I don't know why y'all act like y'all can't see and read. Hello, text student, right there, 312-680-5468 to get the list. There you go, TikTok. It's right in front of you in your face. You can also Google the list on your own if you want to, but we have already got the list and we have already put it on there. Maybe because it's a lot of y'all coming through right now, but some people have saying that they got the list and some people have saying that they're not. Once I get off the live, then I'll go through the text. I'll log into the text community to see if we got any kickbacks from people.
Okay. And it's called borrower defense. That's the actual name for the $6 billion in relief to the defrauded students. So that's what it's actually called, borrower defense.
How much did you say, Shayla?
$6 billion.
Can you repeat that one more time for me?
$6 billion in relief to defrauded students. $6 billion.
Okay.
Yes.
I wonder why this is not being talked about all over the news. I wonder why this isn't being talked about. They worried about that little $10,000 Pell Grant and that little $20,000 stuff. If you, like I said, if you went to one of these schools, you can get your entire loan forgiven. I know somebody who got $75,000 forgiven. Somebody who got $130,000 forgiven. All right. The application, Shayla's looking it up right now. Yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to see, for those of you guys that text the number, we're going to see about adding the website there for you. Because I'm not giving you everything on this live. Y'all be acting up. And TikTok, y'all still acting up. Because as many people that's on here, this is where I'm at. Y'all ridiculous. I don't know what's up with y'all. I think we should go away.
Saturday.
I think I should go away for a week or two, like I did, and not provide no information. Maybe.
Uh-oh. Come on now, TikTok. Y'all better get right.
One job.
Okay, I am looking for the link. I can't. I'll find it. I'll find it.
You'll be able to watch the replay on YouTube. We do keep the lab videos up on YouTube. Again, we are in the lab. So we do have a section in my page on Patrice L. Stewart for YouTube for the lab members. But we do keep the videos up on replay for YouTube. So you guys can always go to my YouTube channel, Patrice L. Stewart, and catch the replay if you have additional questions. There's a lot of different schools on that link, so we're not going over all of the links. Let me open this up and let me see.
That's just a list. That's not the link that you're looking for that I sent.
Okay.
Let's see. Anybody got any more questions? Oh, she got a good question. Let me see.
My YouTube channel is Patrice L. Stewart.
Okay. There are questions about the schools that are on the list. Just text student to the number that you see and you'll be provided the list.
Career education got Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
This should be illegal. Like this really should be illegal. Baby, career education got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
See, I'm coming in late, but how would we show proof that we were defrauded? Okay, so there's a question by Tanya McElroy. She says, how would we show proof that we were defrauded, or is it a given once we submit the application? That would be a given because the schools are already on the list. Okay. I'll find that link and send it to you later, Patrice.
Okay. No problem.
So I did answer Miss Tanya McElroy's question. Okay. I don't know if you have any more questions on your side.
I got a lot of questions on TikTok, but until TikTok get their stuff together with these likes, then I'm not answering nothing.
TikTok, just use your finger. It's just a muscle. All you got to do is tap, 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 tap. That's it. That's all you got to do. Okay.
Well, you can go to the YouTube channel where they listen at over here.
It's just a muscle. Yes.
Till y'all get y'all act together, I will not be answering no questions.
Thank you, Miss Session. Thank you.
All this information we done dropped on here.
Yep. So everybody text student to the number that's across the screen to get the student loan list to see if your school is on that list.
GM Royce, I just found y'all today. We'll be following. I'm always looking for places to send people for info because my background is in lending and I always get questions and I don't have the time to address them. Come on, GM Roy, definitely reach out because we definitely do interviews with professionals. So depending on what you do when you say you're based in lending, we can definitely jump on or be a liaison for people when you need questions answered. All right. So that list right there is strictly for student, but if any of you guys want to join the text community, Shayla and I also have a couple of workshops coming out. So we also are doing the hold on, let me make sure, Shayla.
Okay. If anybody's here coming on new today, thank you. We're so happy to have you.
Okay, right. I got the brunch event. That's on the 25th. And then we got...
Thank you, Tiffany. Okay.
Maybe you could just go through and scroll through while I'm looking this information up so you can be going through and answering questions.
Yep. So there is a question. It's not related, but it is a question for you. It's unrelated, but it's by Miss Sharon Kane. Do you train individuals Well, that's a question. It just says, Patrice, do you train individuals to own their own tax preparation business?
Not at the time, not at the moment. Yeah, not at the moment. I don't.
Yeah.
We might have something coming in the future, maybe early next year. But I got so much other stuff right now that I didn't focus on it. And I think now we're going into September. I don't want to rush and do one.
Yeah.
Yeah. The classes that we're doing now, we're kind of more focusing on, like, we're doing a Schedule C work. So we're doing an advanced Schedule C audit. All right. So a lot of you guys who are independent, self-employed, if you file a Schedule C form, especially if you do it on your own on like TurboTax or Free Tax USA, or even if you pay somebody to do your Schedule C taxes for you, we will be going. We have a workshop that we are doing on Schedule C, right, which is the Schedule C audit. If you want to go ahead, you can text. What's the text code for that? I think it was tax class last time we had it up there.
Tax class.
Yeah. So there it is right there. If you want the link to join the tax class, then you can text tax class to the same number. So our text community, we have different keywords kind of depending on what you guys want to do or what you are looking to be involved with. At that September, we do have a bunch of things rolling out. We're also doing a 5-day challenge at the end of the month. So we have a lot going on this month. So I think our workshop is on Saturday the 24th, Shayla.
Yes. Any of you guys that are business owners, for this Schedule C workshop, Schedule C is a form that tax preparers that we use to report your income and your expenses. So if you know that you are a business owner and you file a Schedule C, this is the workshop for you to be in. I'm going to already let you guys know this is in reference to audits. So they are going to be stepping up, auditing more and more business owners, particularly Schedule C filers. So this is a workshop that you need to be in, because we're going to give you a foolproof ways of how you can keep your businesses from, your taxes or whatever, from getting audited, as well as how you can do proper bookkeeping and all types of stuff, how you can manage your books and keep up. Because there's so many business owners, Patrice, when you ask them, so what's your bottom line number? I don't know. How much you made in your business? I don't know. How much you spending in your business? I don't know.
Yeah.
So
baby, you're not winning and you're not gonna grow without
yeah.
know. If you want to do Kanye shrugs all day, you know what I'm saying? Like, because with them putting that additional money in there, then that's definitely something that you guys need to know and understand. With them, when I say that, with them putting that additional money, with them beefing up, right, the IRS and all that. You guys saw about Biden talking about the whole PPP thing and everything. So this year, we're going to show you how to pretty much get prepared, all right, in the event if you were ever audited. So now you would actually know how to be able to help yourself, how to handle the situation. We're also going to be breaking down the Schedule C, right, in detail, and going over certain things with you guys. What can cause a red flag or an audit, right? Because there are a lot of things that are on a Schedule C sometimes. That class is $197. So actually the class is $299, but we're doing an early bird offer for $197. So if you book it within the next 7 days, then you'll get it for the $197, or else it's going to be $299 for that workshop. But this is going to be a very great workshop because, like I said, this one we're going to go a lot into detail with that one. We've been getting that question a lot from people regarding the Schedule C. Remember, if you are a single member LLC, all right, and you guys are not an S corp, if you are a single member LLC and you're listed as a disregarded entity, you file on the Schedule C. If you're an independent contractor, you get a 1099 NEC. or 1099 miscellaneous from a company, you file a Schedule C.
Mhm.
All right. So there's a lot going on. The workshop is September 24th. It's a Saturday from what we say 1 to 3.
Yeah.
I think it's one Saturday from 1 to 3. And like we said, right now the early bird offer is $197.
Yep. And she just text. Tiffany just text tax class to the number across the screen. Okay, I don't see any more questions, guys. If you found this information, drop us some fires, drop us some hearts. We'd love to see that the information that we're providing is your understanding and is valuable to you. I think the Patrice workshop I'm excited about that workshop because it's almost like educating somebody on things. And what I've noticed is I often have new clients that come into the office that they have Schedule C's, and the Schedule C looks like a 3-year-old did it. And I mean no harm by that. But what I'm saying is you guys have to get a little bit more responsible about your tax returns when it comes to your businesses, because when you're going to apply for loans and other things of companies requiring that, they looking at your numbers. And believe it or not, mortgage lenders, all type of they know what they're looking at. So please, please, please text tax class to this number here, so that you can be up to date, informed about your businesses.
Then I'm also going to put this link. So if any of you guys are having an issue not receiving the the text right now, you could also go to that link. So if you go to plstewart.club TikTok, for those of you guys that are asking, if you go to my profile page and click the link in my profile page, it's going to take you here. And then you can access the class and you can access the student loan list. So I'm also having my assistant put the student loan list on my link as well.
Okay.
Okay. Then we will be going tomorrow. I'm gonna go probably get on a little bit and talk to you guys about this 5-day tax challenge that we're doing. So also with the 5-day tax challenge, that's the other thing that we have coming up. So also with the 5-day tax challenge, the other thing that we're doing is we're going heavy, okay, in on a lot of different ways and topics for you guys. So we're going to be breaking down the whole 5 days, right? We'll just go over this real quick. And if you guys want to get into that, again, the tax challenge is on, is the tax challenge on my link yet? The tax challenge link may not be on there yet. But if you still want to get in it, then I want to tell you just a little bit about it, because we got heavy hitters. So every day, Shayla, myself, and 4 other coaches that we have in the lab, we're all getting on Monday through Friday in the evening, okay? For those of you guys who are interested in getting in that, then what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and just text family. Because really what we do, a lot of the stuff that we do, we will send it out to all of you guys. But when you get in certain keyword texts, then we have certain keyword texts for certain, depending on what you're looking to do. But with this 5-day challenge, we're going to really be going over kind of reprogramming you guys to what the system pretty much taught you, right? So Monday, we're going over mindset, which is part of the stuff that we talk about on this channel, right? Which is how we're kind of brainwashed in this country to think and believe, right? And so we have to kind of reset and reprogram and you have to unlearn.
Yes.
And learn how certain things work. So on Monday, we're going to get with Chuck, the finance guy, and Chuck is going to go heavy into mindset. How can you shift from being an employee, only working for somebody, to creating a life of value, a life that you control, a life that you can make your own income? You guys just also have to think and think bigger and understand that we all have a skill set. Okay. So when you learn and you understand that, Now that's a totally different level of how you thinking. Now you done got out the matrix, right?
Mm.
Now you over here creating and living your own. We always talk about abundance and living in our own. And you hear us as entrepreneurs say that because we free. We're free right now. Shayla and I are both free. And when I say we're free, we are open to being creative, to being the people who we are, how God made us. When you are stuck in a system, when you stuck to a job, when you stuck to Link, when you stuck to Section 8, when you stuck to government assistance, a lot of times your mindset, you think that there is nothing bigger. You think that that's it. This is the end all be all. If y'all are getting $1,000 a month check from the government, I'm sorry to tell you, you are not living. You are actually stuck. Okay.
Yeah.
You're stuck, and this is part of the system that they want you in. They want you dependent on them. The system wants you dependent on them, which is why they don't teach real financial literacy, which is why they don't teach entrepreneurship, which is why there are certain things that you get in school. I've never used algebra, trigonometry, geometry, whatever, history. I've never used none of that stuff a day in my life. Literally. You get what I'm saying? So the school system is put in place to keep you mentally locked in and blocked in. All right. So we're going to have to switch your mindset up on Monday. Tuesday, we're going to talk to you about what tax credits are. What's a tax deduction? What's earned income credit? Right? What's child tax credit? And we're really going to go heavy into what's over this earned income credit, because that's another thing that keeps a lot of you guys stuck in poverty. Yes. Right? A lot of you guys who get that earned income credit, a lot of you are mentally stuck in poverty. We're going to break that down. Okay? Excuse me. How that looks from a tax advantage. How that looks from a tax point. All right? Wednesday, we're going to talk to you. I forgot what Wednesday was about. Look, I got to go back to my notes because it's so much. Right?
Got it. So,
what we going over Wednesday?
Let's see. Wednesday, we are going to do passive income.
No. Remember, because the one that's not.
Okay, I'm looking at the old list. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're looking at the old one.
Let's see here. Got it. So how starting a home-based business can save you thousands?
That's it. Yeah.
Yep.
So we're going to talk to you about why you should start a business. Okay. The biggest tax advantage and the biggest tax laws and breaks in this country, you all, are in business tax law. If you want to understand why Bezos, Trump, jobs, why a lot of these people don't pay taxes. And I don't want to say they don't pay taxes, because they do pay foreign taxes, right? But you have to be educated, and you have to understand that you cannot be mad. It's just like how we used to say back in the day, don't hate the player, hate the game, right? Yeah. You can't be mad at the game if somebody decides to join and be a player in it. You get what I'm saying? What you guys don't understand is you can be a part of that game. You just look at it as that's out of my reach because you don't have Trump money, because you don't have Jeff Bezos money, because you don't have Steve Jobs money or something like that, right? But they all started off somewhere, right? Jeff Bezos started off in a room in his house. Remember that? If y'all see that?
Gosh. Yep.
Remember that? So now you see now he owns everything. He controls the world damn near, okay? Right? Yeah. But remember, that man started somewhere too. We all do. Now that's what y'all have to remember.
Yeah.
So the same laws apply to you that apply to them. It's just they're taking it on a bigger level and a bigger scale because of the income that they're at. But if you making $100,000 and you can take the same laws that's written in the tax law, in business tax law, that a millionaire or a billionaire could take, and that's what you guys need to know and understand. It has nothing to do with is Trump or it's Bezos. It has to do with the information and the knowledge. There's no separation saying business tax law is only for people who make millions of dollars. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's not the law. When the law is the law, it applies to any and everybody. It's just majority of you don't know how to think like that. So sometimes you need to get in the lab. You need to get in the room with somebody like me and Michelle that's gonna bust you over the head and be like, hey, you forgot you had a brain in there. You forgot that God gave you a God-given talent. You forgot that you are a person, a human being with a skill set. Like, did you forget who you are? Did you forget where you come from? Especially, I'm talking to Black people once again. All right. A lot of my Black people, y'all be forgetting where you came from. You be forgetting your bloodline built this damn country. Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You be forgetting that because you're not looking for the information. And a lot of you guys you want your oppressor to educate you. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, you got to get out here and you got to learn some shit on your own. All right.
Yeah.
Like, y'all want your oppressor to teach you. Your oppressor is not going to teach you your history.
They learn from us.
Thank you. They took that information from us. Okay. Yeah. It's a lot of stuff that you're not going to learn if you're waiting on somebody else to always give you the information. Right? I said on here all the time, I could lead y'all to the water all day, but it's up to you to drink. Because I'm going to make sure I lead you to the water so you could eat and you could continue fishing. Right? That's how we are over here. We're going to give you the game so that way you could keep on winning. You don't have to keep coming back every single time if you learn how to fish. Now we don't got to keep going over this, having this same conversation with y'all, right? So we're going to go into that, why it's important to start a business on Wednesday. Thursday is flip that tax refund. So Thursday, we're going to be going over and speaking to entrepreneurs who have started businesses like a trucking business, how you can start your own trucking business, how you can get into mobile home investing, how you can do Turo, or you get what I'm saying? It's a lot of ways that you can flip that tax refund. So when you get this money this upcoming January, I need y'all to have a game plan with it. All right. I need y'all to, we're going to have a challenge. We'll be releasing and talking about that more, but we're actually going to have a challenge coming out in January because I want more of you guys to actually start implementing. Everybody be on here commenting and talking all that big G, but then when we go away, ain't nobody doing nothing. Right? So you're going to actually have a challenge this upcoming tax season. And the challenge is really going to be, how are you going to flip that tax money? Because instead of you going to buy Gucci and gold or taking a trip or buying some more furniture or whatever you do to splurge and blow your money, this season, a lot of you guys need to know and understand this is not the season to be playing around with your money and blowing your money. This is the season that we actually need to be building. This is the season that you actually need to be planting and flipping your money and making plans for your generational, your kids. Because a lot of y'all got kids out here, right? So if you don't have a life insurance policy, if you don't have certain things set up, you need to get in tune, baby. All right? Friday, which is always my favorite day. Woo, Lord, because we have on Jerry. This is another thing that we don't really talk about in the African-American community. Wealth building. But outside of that, we always throw around that word wealth. Before we can even talk about wealth, you need to understand the value of money. You need to understand the value of your money, Black people, and how much value you hold as a community, right? Because as a community, you spend trillions of dollars. But as a community, we also don't really have one community that you could say is your own, that you could go to. All right. So if instead of spending trillions of dollars with other companies, with big conglomerate corporations that are not pouring back into your neighborhood, that are not pouring back into you, that are not giving back, that are not educating, right? We're going to show you how to set this stuff up. Gary Atkins, I love this man. Jesus, when I met this man, I was mind blown. It's very hard to blow my mind. I was completely mind blown with the information that he provided on our last tax challenge in March. We did this challenge in March. And we literally gave over $1 million. We gave millions of dollars worth of gem out, right? But what Gary is going to break down for you all is once you have this business, once you've created these companies, right? How are you going to protect them? And also, how are we going to take advantage? Because also creating trust and estate planning is another tax saving if it's set up correctly.
Yes.
If it's set up correctly. That's the biggest thing. If it is set up correctly. That's the biggest thing, right? Because trust do pay a higher tax. But if it is set up properly, if you have a tax professional, if you have a tax expert and a wealth expert working together as we are, all right, then you will be able to understand again how Trump and Bezos and the rest of them are not paying taxes, as you guys love to say, right? And again, it's the same thing. It's planning. It's being informed. It's knowing what to put your money to when you get it. When you get this money, okay, I need this pot. Then I need this pot. Then I need this pot. You get what I'm saying? You will never learn this in school.
Yeah.
I don't care how many college degrees you have. You will never learn this in school. Never.
Yeah.
They will never teach you this in school. So we are on here literally doing the work to really try to empower you and educate you. I am going to keep it real. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing with y'all. That's why I said I'm the realest tax and business strategist that you will ever meet. I'm not on here to play games with you. And I'm not on here to be nice and timid with you either. Because really, I need you to know and understand this is a time that this is serious. I need you to hear me loud speaking. I need you to hear me talking aggressively to you. I need you to hear the passion in my voice when I'm talking to you, Black people especially.
Y'all better drop some fires. I'm over here hot.
There is a lot going on that y'all are not paying attention to in this damn country. Yeah. And your money and your finances and your credit is the number one factor.
Mm-hmm.
Period. If you got your credit and your finances together, there is no excuses. You can change your whole entire life getting your credit and your finances in order. Then getting with somebody like me and Michela that's going to put you on and teach you the game and the steps to certain things. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when I put that video out on my TikTok page, it was a lot of brothers, not a lot. It was a few brothers on there talking about the system. And this is what we're talking about. In this 5-day tax challenge, we're breaking down the system and how to work it the legal way, right? Yeah. That's literally it. All right. So if you want to go ahead and when we launch that, because I think we'll have a link ready by Monday. So when we launch that on Monday, if you guys want to make sure that you're into the community for that, let me put it back up here. Because again, you can text the T code, the key code, right? Or you can actually go on my link or take a screenshot of my link because the link will be out. The link should be up by Monday if it's not already up there. And that's family. So our main key code is family. So if you are in the family key code text, which is this one here, then you'll still get everything. So when you in the family key code text, you get all the notifications. If you just do tax class, you're only going to get the tax class notification. If you only do the student for the student loan list, you'll only get that student loan list. But if you want to stay up to date with everything that we're doing in the lab, text family. So I put the code up here right now, and then that way we're going to go ahead and if we have any other questions, we could go ahead and finish doing the questions. Now, I know I went off on a whole nother other tangent, but y'all know how I go. When I get in the spirit and I need to say what I got to say, I'm going to say it and get it out. All right?
Yeah, no, that's great. I mean, because we're at a time right now where there is no time to play around with our money and our finances. There's no time right now. You guys are seeing how everything around us is going up. The price of gas, the price of groceries, everything. And we're being pulled from different strains, different directions. And we're just strained right now. So you have two people here that's ready. So yeah, Tiffany, that's what I'm talking about. Tiffany said, I'm ready, I'm teachable, and I'm coachable. That's what we need. You have to be able to be coachable. You know what I'm saying? We can give you all the information in the world.
Right.
We can take you all the way around the corner to get that water, but you have to take that action to be able to drink it. You got to be able to be teachable and coachable. And the reason being is because for a long time, y'all, we have been taught the improper way of how to do things. When it comes, we've not even been taught about financial literacy and money. That shit wasn't taught in school. It wasn't. You know, like she said, we were algebra, geometry. How many of y'all are applying? I mean, you're applying it every day because everything is mathematics, but how many of you are actually using those type of figures in your daily life? As opposed to us giving you real information that you can apply and use on a daily basis, not just for yourself, but for your future generation, for your children. Because once you know financial literacy, you can pass that on down, like how our ancestors used to do, pass the information down. So we got to get back into it, because no longer are the days that we can say, well, we don't get this because of XYZ, or we already know that. We know that. We already know how the system is set up and how the system is designed. You see what I'm saying? So now you have to learn how to play the game in the system that everybody else is doing. Step out of that matrix, tap in, and raise your frequency so that you can have the mindset to hear and receive this information. That's all I want to say.
Yeah. And that's just it. You know what I'm saying? That's just it. So that's what we have. We have the Schedule C workshop on Saturday. We have the 5-day tax challenge. That's Monday through Friday, September 26th through September 30th. So that's Monday through Friday. It's 6 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. You guys will have access to the replays for 7 days. You only get access to the replay for 7 days. So if you can't make it, or you have to get off early one day, you get access to the replay. For those of you who decide to take it, it's again, that this challenge is $397, but we're offering an early bird offer. It's also 2 parts to it. So we have a general admission and a VIP. So the VIP is with the guest speakers. So our guest speakers are on an hour before, and then general admission gets admitted in at 7. So the whole thing is pretty much 2 hours each night, 6 o'clock up until 8 o'clock. VIP is 6 to 7. General admission is 7 to 8. All right. It's very beneficial for you to get in with the VIP with the guest speakers, because that is really where we're going heavy in. General admission, you guys get me, right? But VIP, you get the guest speakers, which is where a lot of the bread and butter is going to come in at. All right. So again, if you text family, or if you even go to the link here, I'll put the banner back up. If you go to either one, so you can text family, or you can also go to, oh no, that's the lab. I'm sorry. There we go. So many things back here. So you can go to that website, or you can actually text family to 312-680-5468. And if it's a lot of people doing it at one time, if you guys are saying that you haven't got anything yet, we'll probably send out another blast after we get off of here. Yeah, because we can also send you a blast out with the link. So that's probably what I'll do. Just send the blast out to some of you all. Let me see. TikTok. Let me see if you guys had any questions. My YouTube channel is Patrice Stewart. You can also click on my YouTube channel from that link on my profile page. So on my profile page, that gives you access to everything, every way to get in contact with me. Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, all of that's on there.
Oh, YouTube. Shout out to Arnetta Session. She said, I'm still hitting it hard with my business. I invested fully into me March 2022. Shout out to Arnetta Session. Go ahead on, sister girl. That's what I'm talking about. Keep hitting it. But you need to get in this class so that you can find out more information as to how you can handle and maintain and manage your business as it pertains to finances.
Arnetta, wasn't you in the March workshop? I think Arnetta took the workshop in March.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Arnetta took the workshop in March. I want to say Arnetta was on the workshop.
Cool. That lets me know she on it.
Yeah, she on
her business.
Arnetta is a client. Arnetta is already a client. So
cool.
Hey, yeah. I set up Arnetta business, her LLC and everything.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's
why she said I'm still hitting it hard. Got it.
Yeah. Arnetta is a client. She part of the lab community, baby. She a
yes. Shout out to Arnetta Session.
If your school isn't on the list, then baby, then that means it's not a part of the program, unfortunately. So yeah, every school is not going to be on the list, you guys. Let's just also update that. So yeah, if you go on that student loan list or you see the list, every school is not on there. So that's why I say it a lot. It's not being talked about as much, but if your school is on there, then definitely apply to it.
Yeah, at the very least, also reach out to your lender, just to
A lot
see.
of the schools are closed.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, DeVry and all them not open no more, so they can't even contact them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see because I had the website for TikTok. TikTok, I may, if you stay on a little longer, then I can look the link up and give it to y'all because I don't think we added the link in the text thing. Because this here, Shayla, that you sent me with this school list, what was this from? This was the one you pulled up.
Yeah, so this is an actual official data. It's for the borrower's defense school because let's see, this is the actual settlement. It's called the Sweet versus Cordova. So this is an actual document that was filed on June 22nd. Sweet versus Cordova settlement agreement. So these are this is like the actual entire list of all of those schools.
The Illinois Institute of Art is on there.
Yeah, this what I sent you. If you notice, this is an exhibit. So this was actually this is an official document.
Right.
Of that settlement, that lawsuit agreement. That's how you're able to do it, guys, because this is they actually sued. This is a settlement agreement. So all of these schools, and that's what she's saying, some schools may not be on here. And that's why when you go online to look at their website, I think it was Student Aid, that website, they may not have, because what you have are the corporations, that's the school owner, and then the actual school is the school or brand name.
Exactly.
So, I'm seeing one school on here that I hadn't seen on that other list, and it's just so they're different names. Like a lot of these schools, guys, they are DBAs under the actual owner of the actual corporation of the name.
Right.
Kaplan
Institute of Art. I know a few people that went there back in the day.
I'm telling you, those commercials, the commercials.
Two commercials, like you said, you be
on the couch, you ain't got no job. What you got? I'm like, come on. They got me too, y'all. They got me too. It was the Everest Institute one. And they had the girl. And look, let me tell you how they know they was targeting us. Because everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people that was in them commercials, they were black and brown people. So
yes,
you know they was
targeted. Yeah, they were. And now a lot of us we was really taught tech back then.
Yes.
And see, again, this is why we said we got to reprogram y'all mindset, because if y'all notice, they not pushing them tech schools like that. You don't CVS. We used to have home ec. We had auto. I learned how to change a tire. I learned how to weld. We had welding. I made a whole little box. We had woodworking. Like, you had plumbing. You was literally able to walk out with a trade at 18. You could go and make 50, 100. You know what I'm saying? And now that's what I'm saying. Not knocking traditional college or education, but a lot of our men, especially the men in the hood who have a record, who have something on your background that your name got tarnished early on, because again, we understand that it's a system, it's a game. They kind of took that away.
Yeah.
Because it was like, that was your opportunity. It's so many men that I know and understand now that are plumbers, electricians, that have a trade, that have a license attached to them. This is what we're talking about. You will always make money. My plumbers are not out here trying to figure it out. My electricians are not out here trying to figure it out. My people that build houses, do construction, all of that, work with your hands, trade, technical, right? Mm-hmm. These people are not lacking.
Yeah.
But I got some people with some high-end college degrees, master degree, PhD, and barely know how to make it out here.
Scratching heads, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So this is what was always pushed to us was, oh, go to school and get these degrees and do this and do that. But this is what I'm talking about, y'all. Some of you, especially the men in the community, have a God-given talent, which is your strength, which is your hands, your mindset, right? So get in the challenge because we gone.
Yeah.
Shayla, what else you got to say? We've been on here.
I mean, just to that, don't feel just because you don't have a degree that you are not worthy and you're not valuable because you are. What is it? What was it? Steve Harvey said at Invest Fest, degree over. What was
Degree.
it?
Shit. Look, I
Yeah,
posted it. I
yeah.
posted it.
We
Oh
come up with
no, degrees don't make money. People do.
degrees don't make money, people do, y'all. So take the information for what it is, get in this challenge. We have a whole lot of information that we're going to dive into in this workshop. It is one you do not want to miss. You don't want to miss.
All right, and I'm gonna put it up here one more time. If you guys want to text it again, you can text family to 312-680-5468. And then that way you'll stay up to date with everything that we have coming on. I tried to post the student loan forgiveness site. I don't know which one it is. So you have to go on there and kind of do a little bit of digging on your own. The most that I'll give you is you go on studentaid.gov.
Yeah. Yeah.
So go to studentaid.gov and then you'll be able to look around and then you can find it. And when you go here, it has all of this information.
All right.
All right.
Right, Jasmine. Right. Tech schools is where is that? Yes. 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 Right, Miss Dupree. Absolutely.
Because there's a bunch of different things. And also, if you're a teacher, they got teacher loan forgiveness. If you're a public service person, if you work in public service, you guys have always had student loan forgiveness already out. So some of these things you guys don't have to wait on. Some of these things are already out and available for you to start applying for and taking advantage of now. You could go to studentaid.gov. Again, that's studentaid.gov. You can look around and you can get all of the links that you need to at that point to be able to apply for your different loan forgiveness and look up the list if you didn't want to get on our text community to get your own list, okay?
Yeah, I trying to see.
What did you say? Lawsuit name versus lawsuit name, suite versus GM Ray. I don't know what you typing.
That's it. It's the Sweet versus Cordona.
Okay, Sweet versus Cordona.
Yeah. Cardona, like
Cardona.
Cardona. Yeah. GM Roy, you should reach out to Patrice. He said he's a lender. Reach out to us. We would love to collaborate. So, and it's actually a joint settlement too. Let's see here. In all denial issues.
Right, because that 6 million, that 6 billion that you talked about is different, separate from the other money.
Yeah, this is going to be about. It says approximately 200,000 individuals, and the key word is borrower defense application. So if you can look up borrower defense, that's what it is. Sweet versus Cardona, that's the actual lawsuit. And it will give you more information about it. It says class members may submit. Oh, that's something different. Sorry. The final fairness, GM Roy, the final fairness hearing on the settlement is currently scheduled for November 3rd, 2022. So after that date, Patrice and I will probably update you guys a little bit more about it. But right now, the best thing to do is just do some research and Google it to see. I mean, texting that, actually getting that list, that'll actually help. That'll let you know whether your school is on that list or not.
Right. All right, well, we are wrapping up. Michelle and I will be back on together on Tuesday. I think we're both doing our own individual lives on our platforms tomorrow. But we will be back on Tuesday. We have some information for you guys for Tuesday, which is our tax tip Tuesday that we do. So you will see the two of us again on Tuesday. Shayla, I'll be talking to you after this.
I was about to say we'll be in touch in just a few moments. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much. I think this was great today for you guys to come up on here on a Saturday and get this information. We really appreciate it. Hope you guys found this information to be very helpful. Take the information for what it is, and like we always say, tap in.
Yep. And actually TikTok, I'll be back on with you guys in about an hour. I'm gonna do a like a little mini credit workshop with you today. So I'll be back in an hour. All right, we will see you all on Tuesday. Have a great Saturday. We are logging out.